Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited to be bringing you my April edition of the Eyescream Beauty Box. If you are unaware of Eyescream Beauty Box, it is a subscription service that does come out every single month. Usually includes between 4 to 5 full-size products. So the box itself retails for $29.99. You do receive free shipping with the box. They do also offer a bag. I forget how much that one retails for, but you do have to pay shipping. So I think this is definitely the best bang in my opinion. All that aside, let me go ahead and show you what we got. Alright, so for April's box, the theme is going to be Bunny Kisses and Beauty Wishes. Up first, we did get a full-size palette from Sugar Drizzle Polish. This is the Bunny Love palette. Here is our color story. I have thoughts about this. If you have watched my new makeup releases, I was not loving on this, and I feel like I have changed, so definitely stay tuned for the end to see. Item number 1 retails for $40, so this is already well over what the box itself retails for, so that is super awesome. Up next, we have a blush sorbet by Estate Cosmetics, retailing for $15. It is this super stunning shade. Ours is in the shade Cherry, and wearing it currently as my blush. Next up, we have from Charmacy Global. So this is their multi-chrome liner, retailing for $21. Gorgeous. You also, so this was our item that you did get to pick your set. So I did decide to get all 6, but it was a set of 3 eyeshadow primer bases from Beauty Creations. The additional 3 only cost $6. So super exciting there that I did get all 6. What a good deal. These do retail for, I saw on their site $4. The card is saying 6 for each color. So either way, such a banger of a deal. These like basically is between $12 and $15. So I can do math. Nope. $18. Between $12 and $18. So definitely a really good deal there. And then last up, we got from Medusa's Makeup, we did get the Creamy Bullet Lipstick. This is in the shade Fever. I really like this shade. This is our 3rd lipstick that I personally have got from Medusa's Makeup in my box. I'm not like the biggest, you know, but honestly, it's growing on me. And I like this a lot. Like, I really like this lip. This is the lip. My favorite one so far from the brand that I have tried. All in all, I am super impressed with this. I think everything was really good. I forgot to say the lipstick retails for $14. This is a really good box. But let's go ahead, start with the tutorials, and then I'll come back at the end to give you my final thoughts. So for our first look, I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and do it the tape method. You do not actually need to do this, but the only reason I'm doing it is because I do want to play with like the liner. It's like it just helps me to draw the wing liner like much more easier. So starting off first, I'm just going to take kind of a fluffy brush and we're going to dip in with the shade Burrow. Looks like a brown. I'm going to focus this pretty heavily starting along the tape and then kind of my normal trick, which is to apply it to that color part of my eye and then stop and then pull it out. I'm just really layering up this shade to make sure that I get a good amount of pigmentation. Next, I'm just going to flip over to kind of a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm going to dip in with this minty green shade called Garden. I'm just going to apply that pretty much all over the rest of the eye. I am leaving the lid clear because we're going to go in with some shimmers, but I'm not being like too concerned. Taking more of that Garden shade, and I'm just gonna soften around the edges. And even this is like such a simple, easy, quick look you are able to do like super fast. Now, because I do want to go in with some shimmers, I am actually gonna take some of the NYX Glitter Glue. I'm just gonna take a flat brush just to apply that. I'm gonna apply pretty much my entire eyelid. And then first I'm gonna dip in with the shade Willow. Same brush. I'm going to apply that about half of my eyelid. And I think these shimmers are really good for people that don't want like a high shine. So for myself, they are not my favorite, but I still think they're pretty. I'm going to go ahead and dip in with the shade Bunny. I'm going to apply that to the like second half of the lid. Going back with our original brush just to soften everything out. Next, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our liquid liner. Mine is in the shade 606, I think, or 909, depending on how you hold it up. So I'm going to start off by applying it to my lash line. I'm not taking it all the way in. I almost wanted this just to be kind of like an accent liner, but I got a little carried away. Where this colored part of my eye is here in the front, was going to kind of stop it there. Following along our tape, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up and then just connect to make our wing. Let's go ahead and remove our tape. And honestly, I think that looks really pretty. It's like really simple, but really pretty. Let's go ahead and move on to our next part. So we're gonna go ahead and play with this blush, which is Sorbet Blush by Estate. Ours is in the shade Cherry. Here's what the applicator looks like. I'm just gonna apply a couple of dots. And I usually just like to use a sponge. Just use the back of my sponge. Just stamp it in. That looks pretty. I feel like I almost want to do a little more, so we're gonna do a little more. And this is how we're looking. I think this looks so pretty. I think my favorite thing about like a cream blush is how well it blends in. Let me go ahead and set my face. We'll be right back. Okay, so now that we are back, we're going to go ahead and move on to lips. So the product that we were given is the shade Fever by Medusa's Makeup. So far, I think I'm really liking this shade. I have not worn it yet. It looks really pretty. I feel like it matches pretty well with the blush. I tend to line my lips though always, so I'm just going to go in with the NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil in the shade Ambition. So it looks like accidentally I was not recording, but I did just apply our lip product. And so far, I think it looks really pretty. It's very shiny. It has like, I wouldn't really say much of a stick, so I'm really going to be excited to see how this wears throughout the day. I'm assuming this is just like a traditional lipstick bullet, so I'm not expecting it to be any kind of mattifying or anything like that. I really hope it does not bleed out to my lip line. We will see. I thought it'd be fun because we have a couple of blush and highlighters in here. Play with the blush. I think I'm just gonna play with this one here, like the matte, the shimmer one. Just don't know if it would work. Well, you know what? Why not? We'll play and just see how we feel. Starting with Whiskers, which is that matte blush. I'm just using my favorite Cinecashuk blush brush. Applying a little bit of that. Ooh. It's really pretty. Now, let's go ahead and jump in with our blush highlighter kind of idea. You know what? Let's just use the same brush. What am I thinking? So I'm just gonna dip in with Hippie Hop. I'm almost gonna like focus it on the back part of my cheek. I don't know if you can see, but it's giving like this really pretty like glow. I really like that. Okay, I'm excited. I like this so much. It's making me really excited to try out the highlighter. So the highlighter shade is called Cottontail. I'm just gonna pick it up with this small brush. And let's just apply some. Ooh, that is shiny. I might have applied way too much. That is going in so well with our blush. I like that. Wow, that is really nice. I'm just gonna go back with our foundation brush just to step all over just to help to soften that a bit. So here is our complete look for day one. Honestly, I think this looks super good. I feel really pretty and just pulled together and very perfect for spring. So far, really loving this box. Let's go ahead and move on to day two. All right, here I am back after several hours. This is actually still the same day. I just felt like showing you the last few products that I did get. It is a like little set thing. And also just wanted to do a little check-in of the makeup. So honestly, like everything looks really good. I have applied the lip product a couple times today. I don't know if you can see though, it did not bleed out to my lip line at all. So kudos to that. I had done a look yesterday where I did play with two of the bases. So I played with Cupcake and I played with I Lilac You. These are, oopsie, it's like a pink and a purple. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of each one. I don't know if these necessarily need to be shaken, but I did. And I was really curious about this product because it comes out extremely creamy. On their card, we're saying you can use this as liner, base, and stuff like that. And I was just like, how is this gonna work? Like, how is this not gonna move? I was really nervous. And to be honest, it like didn't. Now, it might have like a little bit of transfer. I'm not going to say it's like the most perfect product in the world, but it kind of sets down. So I'm just going to show you. I'm mainly just going to be using this kind of fluffy angled brush. So I'm going to start off with the pink. I'm going to paint this on the inner part of my eye. So all I have on my eye is just a little bit of foundation. Just kind of paint this on. I feel like this is going to be such an easy way to create like a really easy spring look. Just going in with a clean brush just to kind of soften those edges out a bit more. And then I'm going to go ahead and dip in with our purple shade. This color is so gorgeous. And you could honestly just wear this by itself if you wanted, especially springtime. Like, I feel like there's such an easy way just to add a nice pop of color. And then hopefully you can see, like, look how I feel like just very fast and easy, but I think this looks so pretty. Like, it's such a simple look, but it just looks so pretty. And then usually as we wait, we'll kind of set down a little bit. We will be checking back probably in the end just to see how it's all doing. I did though want to include a shimmer from our Bunny Love palette. I'm thinking of maybe using the shade Sump. It's like a purple. I'm just gonna go in with my finger. Set that like in the center. And even just with this, it just adds just an extra little bit of shine. And it's just so pretty. I love those. I feel like it's just a really easy, very pretty, fun look. All right, final thoughts. You could probably already tell a little bit from the intro and everything as I was saying, but I really, really, really like this month's box. I was scared that I was not going to. I was scared, you know, especially like I said with the palette that I was gonna hate it, but this palette is really growing on me. I think that it is different from things I have tried from them in the past, but I'm trying to acknowledge the fact that it's okay for things to be different. The look that I did, the first look, and I wore it out today, I got so many compliments. People loved it. I think that's more the important part. Like, nothing, we don't need to always have like crazy, you know, whatever we're used to. It is good sometimes to play around and play with something different because, like I said, these shimmers are really, really pretty. So I do like this palette. And again, it's a little different from what I'm used to, but as a beauty lover who's really trying to step out of just the normal, the same old, I really, really, really like this. These eyeshadow bases, I'm in love with. They are so, so good. I am so excited just to continue to keep playing with these. I love how easy they are to do a look. Like, literally takes a couple of seconds. Boom, look is done. Like, do a couple colors, one color, throw on an eyeshadow if you want to, and you're done and out the door. I love that. So simple. It's such a good value. This blush is gorgeous. I did not think that I was going to like this because the shade just doesn't seem like a shade I would normally go for, but this is gorgeous. I think it's really pretty and I'm very excited to see more from the brand, hopefully in the future. I kind of already said a little bit in the intro, but this lipstick, Medusa's makeup lipsticks, they're growing on me. This one is absolutely gorgeous. So happy we got another one to add to my collection. I can see myself wearing this shade a lot more. Super good. And last but not least is the Multi-Chrome Liner by Charmacy. I really like the way that I wore it today. I think it was super easy, super fun. Hoping that we get more and more from that brand. They are like so, so good. Alright, and that is the end of today's video. Let me know down below what you thought. Are you going to be picking up this box or any boxes in the future? I'm going to continue with my subscription. I am blown away and love it. And I think it's just so fun every month for such an affordable price to get such a large variety of products to play with and just have a blast. So, like I said, I love this. Definitely check it out if you would like to. I will try to have a link down below. If you'd like to, I think that you definitely should consider it if you love to test out different makeup. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Make sure to subscribe if you are not and want to join me for this content. I would love to have you here, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye.